everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Brooke, and this is my very first video. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you stumbled upon this channel by accident or you've been searching for a safe place, you found it. This channel is about to become a community where we break silences and speak truth, where we expose darkness and walk into the light, where we transform pain into purpose and surviving into thriving. This channel exists to support survivors of abuse, like me, to raise awareness, to encourage the weary, to educate the world, to uplift the broken, and yes, to bring conviction where it's needed. We're going to talk about the hard things, the real things, the things that hide in the shadows, and we're going to shine a light on it all. But before we dive into breaking myths and tackling tough topics regarding abuse, I want you to know who I am. I want to share my story with you, not for sympathy, but because I believe that when we share our stories, we give others permission to share theirs. And that's where the healing begins. When we are open and honest and vulnerable with ourselves and with the world, that's where connection and community comes into play. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let me tell you who I am, why I'm here, and how I went from broken to beautiful, from ashes to glory, from wounded to warrior, and how I'm turning my pain into purpose. Today, I am a full-time homeschool mom to 9 incredible children. Yes, 9. You heard that right. 9 beautiful blessings. I absolutely love it. I love the chaos of a full house. I love the sound of laughter echoing through the halls. I love teaching my kids and watching them grow. I love seeing them discover who they are and who God says they are and who God is. I even love the mess and the noise, the everyday moments that sometimes feel impossible, but are actually like miracles. And let me just say that because I'm a full-time mom to 9 kids, you may hear some screaming in the background, and that's just kids being kids. Being a mom is my absolute greatest joy, my highest calling, and my proudest accomplishment. These kids are my why, my reason for fighting, for healing, and my reason for building a life worth living. But it wasn't always this way. So let's back up and I'll tell you where my story begins. So my story actually starts 18 years ago. For 18 years, I lived a reality that the outside world couldn't see. But the abuse was real. It was emotional, physical, sexual, and spiritual. But it wore masks. It hid behind closed doors. It whispered lies that I was worthless, that I was trapped, that I wasn't good enough, that I was nothing without him, that no one would believe me, that I could never make it on my own, especially not with 9 children in tow. And I believed those lies. For a really long time, I believed them. I became an expert at survival, tiptoeing to keep the peace. I became an expert at managing chaos, at protecting my kids while losing pieces of myself. I learned to be small, to be silent, and to disappear into the background of my own life. But survival isn't living, and somewhere deep inside, I knew there had to be more. Unfortunately, I fell into addiction. I used alcohol to numb the pain and to escape the reality I was living. And I hit a rock bottom. But lucky for me, rock bottom is right where God found me, in my lowest of lows. And that's where he saved me. He spoke to me and he gave me a second chance, a new perspective, and a way out. And 3 years ago, I got the courage and I decided that surviving wasn't enough anymore, that my kids deserved to live not in fear. I decided that my children deserved to see what thriving looked like, what healing was, and they deserved to know that freedom was possible and that I was strong enough to give them a better life. And so I left. I left with no income, no job, no safety net, never even had a job, and I left everyone and everything I knew. Just me and the 9 kids starting over. And that was some of the scariest times of my life. I had to navigate the legal system while still being persecuted by my abuser. I struggled to keep the kids safe. I had low confidence, no self-worth, and I was scared to literally stand on my own 2 feet. I had to learn how to provide for 9 children when I've been told my whole life that I was incapable of anything. And now I had 9 people relying on just me. I had to do it all blindly, trusting God with every uncertain step. There was no roadmap, no answers to the questions that I had. I had to figure it all out on my own, but God led the way. And here's what I learned. When you step out in faith, when you choose freedom over fear, when you decide that you and your children deserve better, God shows up. He leads the way. He comes from unexpected places. Strength rises from wells you didn't even know you had. And slowly, one day at a time, we went from barely surviving to actually thriving. And here I am today. Today, I'm standing here as a mother to many incredible children who are watching their mom live in freedom. They're seeing what it looks like to turn pain into purpose, to transform wounds into wisdom, and to let story become strength. I'm not going to tell you that it's been easy. I'm not going to say that every day is perfect, but I am going to tell you this. I'm free. My kids are free. We broke the cycle. We stopped the abuse. And the freedom was worth every hard moment, every uncertain step, every battle I had to fight. And now I want to use my freedom to help others find theirs. I want the roadmap I created to be the footpath for others who feel lost and alone. And that's why I created this channel, because I know what it's like to feel trapped, what it's like to believe the lies that there's no way out, that no one will understand. But I'm living proof. And if I can do it, leaving with 9 kids, never having had a job, no money, no support, no anything, no roadmap, then I know that you can find your freedom too, whatever that looks like for you. And I know what it's like to feel drowning and desperately searching for someone who gets it, someone who's been there, someone who's made it to the other side. And this channel is my way of being that person for you. This channel is my ministry, my mission field, my way of saying thank you to God, who saved my life, who gave me purpose. I want to share love through my passion and pain that has become His purpose. We're going to talk about faith and freedom, about healing and hope, about conviction and courage. We're going to shine a light on all the darkness. We're going to bring truth where there's been lies and love where there's been fear. I'm here to educate, encourage, empower, support, and uplift. My mission is simple but powerful. I want to be a voice for those that are still finding theirs. I want to expose darkness so it has nowhere left to hide. I want to educate people on the realities of abuse so that we can stop perpetuating the harmful myths. And I want to show survivors that there is hope, there is healing, and there is life waiting for them on the other side. But above all, I want to bring people to Jesus, to the God who sees, who saves, who restores, and who redeems, to the one who took my shattered pieces and made me whole in Him, who took my story of pain and turned it into my platform of purpose. Your past doesn't define your future. Your pain can become your purpose. Your survival can turn into thriving. Your wounds can become your wisdom. Your mess becomes your message, and your test can become your testimony. In this channel, we're going to talk about all the aspects of healing, the emotional, physical, and spiritual side of healing. We're going to break myths that keep people trapped in abuse and in silence. We're going to shine a light on the tactics that abusers use. We're going to discuss practical strategies for safety, for rebuilding, and for rediscovering who you truly are beyond the trauma. God doesn't waste our pain. He uses it. He transforms it. He turns our mourning into dancing and our ashes into beauty. And that's exactly what this channel is about, helping you discover the transformation in your own life. If you're a survivor, I see you. I believe you. And I'm here to walk this journey with you. If you're someone who wants to learn, who wants to be a part of the solution, who wants to help break the silence, then welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Together, we're going to turn pain into purpose. We're going to go from surviving to thriving. We're going to transform broken into beautiful. This is just the beginning. If my story resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And let me know in the comments what's one way you are taking steps toward freedom, toward healing, and toward thriving. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for trusting me with your time. And thank you for joining me on this journey from darkness to light. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, you are not alone.